SITAARRE TV viewers, I know that we always bring exciting things for you, and today we have an exciting person for you. Because whenever we are very happy, we dance. Our heart dances, and today, right here with us, we have a person who is the master of modern contemporary choreographer, and he's a humanitarian too. So let's not waste any more time. I would like you to talk to a very, very great person who has not only done national in India but internationally famous person, choreographer, Mr. Sudarshan Chakravorty. Hello, Sudarshan. Welcome to SITAARRE TV.
Thank you very much. I'm really overwhelmed to come to Bay Area yet again this year. And I really feel that there are so many dance lovers and dancers in Bay Area, so much of talent that I should keep on coming back.
SITAARRE TV viewers, I really want to tell you that this time when Sudarshan came here, he actually did an amazing job. He did a 3-day challenge with dancers with or without any experience, and then they performed on stage and kind of like, I should say, burned the stage on fire. So he's of that, like that genre of dance who can do anything and everything with your experience level. But at the same time, he has worked with many of the internationally renowned choreographers. I won't go into details. I would ask Sudarshan because I know that he has been working with people like Mary Carbonara and Robert Moses. What is your idea, or how do you feel is the difference between working with the national level choreographers in India and the international? Is there really something different for you?
I really feel that, art has no boundaries. And artists, whether they belong to South Asia or they belong to the diaspora in India, in USA or UK, or perhaps international artists of Europe, artists all crave for good audience and talented artists, co-dancers, co-performers. And I have got an experience of running my own dance company for nearly 26 years, Sapphire Creations. And in these 26 years, we have been to more than 22 countries and have collaborated with artists from all over the world, be it from Israel, be it from Europe like Poland, France, Switzerland, be it from United States. And every time we have seen that it is the love for art, love for dance that have brought all of us together. And we and this has never been just a one-time experience or a one-time connection, but these people have been connected with us, with Sapphire, with Kolkata, with India over the years, and they have been coming back and teaching our dancers and building skills for the community. I think this relationship goes beyond just a passport or a citizenship. It is all about how the artists connect with each other, which is so enriching.
You know, Sudarshan, as you know, that you and me, we have a bond connection, and we both are from the city of love, that is Kolkata. So I see a lot of love in your work as well. Whenever I see your performances, I see that there is a certain amount of emotion into your any of your performances. So tell me, like, when you started, because you started in a time when people well people were really very much into the Indian classical dance, and the contemporary dance was not that much on the horizon. That time, I think there was a new wave with the Ananda Shankar music and all, and we know about like other people who were dancing. But you came with a wind or blow, I don't know what. It was like very different from everything else. It was very westernized, but at the same time, it was very much fit for the eastern part of the globe. So, why did you choose that form of art? Because I know your background is very much into classical. You have that foothold in the folk dances of India as well. But then you chose something which was very different from what people used to see. How did people take you at that time? What was your experience?
It has been quite an interesting and long journey, Shanti. First of all, when I started Sapphire, I started my dance career with my dance group itself. I was really very young. I never anticipated that I will become a dancer or take up Sapphire seriously or like take up dance as professional. But then as the journey started and as situations became in my life, dance became a very important and integral part of my existence and identity. So through this identity, I saw a lot of different dancers and dance groups in India who inspired me. I think the turning point came in 94 when in 89, 90 actually, I'll say rather, when I first saw Manjusri Chaki Sarkar, Ranjapati Sarkar, and watched her dances on Tagore songs, which was a complete deviation from the kind of dances the others were doing to Tagore songs and Tagore music, which was a revelation for me. And I suddenly thought that, oh my God, this is what dance is all about. And there is so much about body dynamics in dance which I was not yet exposed to. So from Manjushri Chaki Sarkar till 1994, I saw Antim Adhyay by Narendra Sharma. That production, which talked about situations of death faced by faced by human beings in various human situations, which was completely abstract without songs, and this entire dimension which it gave both as a narrative and as a physical vocabulary of Bhumika Dance Center completely, you can say, yes. It really kind of, I feel that it was a turning point, and it was in Kalamandir, I remember, 1994, and I knew that this is what I want to do, this is what is my call. And from 94 onwards, I started taking or exploring the contemporary dance vocabulary, which is on one side, which is abstract, which is non derivative, which is very, very organic and radical. On the other side, which fuses the best of the East and the West. And that journey started in 97 with my first production on Tagore's Gitanjali, 6 poems from Gitanjali set to South American music, which was called Stream of Life. And from Stream of Life to my last production, which was Econama, which was set to the idea of global warming, where we have integrated Purulia Chou folk dancers with contemporary dance. So this entire journey, I feel, has been initiated not only just to create and negotiate between the Indian aesthetics and the Western technique or sensibilities, but I feel it was more a global organic ideation of physical vocabulary, physical idiom of contemporary dance, which is as powerful as theatre, perhaps more. And for us, it has always been dance, which is has been a vehicle of social consciousness. Through dance, we have tried to explore issues and address issues of concerns of contemporary ideas of global warming, sexuality, gender, violence, war. So I feel that this entire journey of this abstraction of dance, which is, you can say, abstract in the sense which is not the way people used to look at dance during that time, because in the mid 90s there was complete overdose of Tagore dance, traditional dances, the Uday Shankar dance form. So people were waiting for something new, including the media and the community. And we actually have just been lucky that people have appreciated this deviation which was not considered to be just a deviation, but people looked into the vision of both me as a choreographer and Sapphire as a company.
This is really amazing. I know the journey has been really amazing for you. I really want to tell my audience of Sitare TV that it's not only that India's Got Talent Season 6 winner Manik Paul is your disciple, but at the same time, you are the person who actually worked with celebrities like Sushmita Sen, Mahima Chaudhary, Karishma Kapoor, and probably like all of the first grade actors and actresses in the Tollywood, which is the Bengali movie industry, say Rituparna Sengupta or Prasenjit, right? So we have been very lucky that we have seen this new wave through you in the Indian cinema. And no matter, like, I don't see you very much in the front row because you never come in the front, but your students are doing amazing job, and you are actually kind of like you're having a factory of making great people dance great, and at the same time you are working as a backbone of them. So how is your experience with working when you're working with a normal student, or say Manik Paul, because he's very famous right now, he's running several schools by himself, right? But he always tells that you are his guru. And the celebrities like Sushmita or Karishma or Mahima, is there a difference when you're teaching a dance to a celebrity or dance to a normal person like me or anybody?
It's a very interesting question whether it is different for me to teach the celebrities and the non celebrities. I have to share that I have no special celebrity class in Sapphire. So I think because I believe that if you want to learn something, you have to come to the same sphere with the commoner, with the others, and learn from that point. And I was lucky, I'll say I'm lucky that most of the celebrities appreciate this particular, you can say, policy or quality of what I want to teach them, because at times I'm also teaching them certain very interesting things which perhaps I don't know, but I bring the other teachers to teach them, so they know that the genuinity of my purpose to teach them something which is original, something which is substantial, is coming from a very strong intention of teaching them something very right, so that it becomes a skill for them. Because if I'm teaching and if I'm teaching a celebrity, I'm teaching them because it's part of film or a documentary or a movie, or so that becomes, that is supposed to stay eternally, so a single mistake in that will stay for the donkey number of years, and which I don't think anyone would want, both me and the celebrity. And I've been very lucky to have people like Rituparna, Bumbala, Prasenjit Chatterjee, Swastika. I've done the most of the movies with Swastika Mukherjee, and they all understand and respect that I'm a hard task master, and they appreciate that I really want them to work hard and to perfect as much as possible, because there is no shortcut to perfection. And as far as Manik is concerned, I don't consider him a celebrity. I'm really happy what he's achieved and what he's doing. And I love, the best part of my running Sapphire or my being a dance teacher is when I actually see such beautiful stories of transformation and stories where your conviction leads you to your victory. And Manik Paul is one such story where he was a complete non-dancer and he became India's Got Talent. There are other such stories where dancers are learning from Sapphire from in Kolkata, people from villages, people from outskirts, and they're coming, learning under me, and then going to the other big cities, whether it is Dubai or London or Mumbai, and they're doing well for themselves. And I feel these transformations of of individuals become a huge source of my motivation and energy when I see that there has been some interesting change in what they're doing. And as a teacher, as a guru, I always feel that if there is a Manik Paul, if there is a Swastika Mukherjee, if there's a Rituparna Gupta, if there's a Sushmita Sen, there is also the others who are same for me, and which is very important for me. And for Sushmita, interestingly, it was a night-long shoot close to my house by one of very famous director called Srijit Mukherjee, and it was Sushmita's first Bengali movie. And the first move I showed her, and she completely bent down, closed her hands, and said that, "Sir, this is something very special. This is very technical. I will try my best." So I feel this humility of people is very important. Humility of the celebrities, humility of the famous people, who respects and understands the technical aspect of a form, and that you can always try to perfect it and try as much as possible to achieve it. And there is no stardom attached to a particular form, because when you're learning something, that learning becomes more important.
Moving on to a very different subject, Sudarshan, because like we are bongs and we are very much into adda. As I have to let people understand what is adda, because I think this is something very Bengali, and we just talk. Okay, we whenever we are with friends, we just talk, and we are very foodie, right? Like anything, kichu khabar dile, we are very good. Okay, we are happy. So tell me, like I have heard that people are telling, like a few people, that when you are dedicated to dance or you want to be a dancer, you actually take care of your food habits, and you need to eat less, you need to be skinny. Okay, so what happens is I have seen a lot of Bay Area dancers who are really good dancers, but they are a little shaky because they think that probably like we have gained some pounds, we have babies, and like how do we dance? And this is a form of dance which needs like total fitness. Okay, so how do you manage this food habit? Like if I ask you that, teach 10 of my Bay Area friends who have given birth or who are on the bulkier side, but they absolutely love dancing, like do you think that this is a challenge that you can take, or they need to think about just shedding some pounds or having some diet plans? Like how do you handle people who are not on the skinnier side, like me?
Yes, dance is as challenging as any sports. So being a dancer is easy, but remaining a dancer is not easy. So people should take lessons from people like Mary Kom. The conviction and the dedication and the hard work that people at her stature can take the risk at the verge of attracting flack that no, I want to fight and get that medal for my country. So working hard is important. As far as diet and that heavier side is concerned, I think everyone should enjoy dancing, everyone should love dancing. But once you want to be on stage, you have to walk that extra mile. So I always say that you can be non professional, but you cannot be unprofessional. So you can be um, heavy or whatever you can call it, healthy, but you cannot be lazy. So if you want to dance, just give your heart out and work hard and dance. Eventually, what will matter is your energy and your motivation and your honesty that will reach the people on the other side. So I think that is most important, that your conviction, energy, and honesty is there. And your body weight should not be an impediment. I have a lot of dancers within my academy who take the same challenge as someone who is perhaps skinny and perhaps hardly 16. So I just recently had my annual program in Kolkata, where we had one single production, a continuous 70-minute piece, where the youngest one was 3.5-year-old and the oldest one was 40 plus. So you know what? Age is all about, as you know, the age is just a number, it's in your mind, and so is your body weight and everything. What is important is that aggression of doing it and achieving it. So I think that is more important for me, that streak of honesty and determination, which is more important to me. So you can imagine that also in the workshop, as you saw, that there is no room for being lazy or lethargic. Just go for it, and I'm sure you can you can dance. Everyone can dance.
Sudarshan, being a bong, I would ask one question in Bangla because that is something very close to our heart. তো সুদর্শন, এটা বলুন আপনি যে কলকাতাতে এরকম যে একটা চারদিকে অনেক কিছু হচ্ছে এখন, কিন্তু তারপরেও নাচ গান আবৃত্তি এগুলো কিন্তু এখনও বেঁচে আছে। এটা করতে কতখানি স্ট্রাগলের দরকার হয়?
সবচেয়ে বড় সত্যি এটাই যে বেশিরভাগ আর্টিস্ট বা শিল্প চর্চা কিন্তু হচ্ছে কলকাতার থেকে দূরে, ছোট ছোট গ্রামে, ছোট ছোট মফস্বল এরিয়ায়, বসিরহাট, পুরুলিয়া, মেদিনীপুর, প্রচুর শিল্পচর্চা। এটা আমাকে আমারই এক স্টুডেন্ট এটা বলেছিল যে আমরা শুধু কলকাতার বদনাম করি, কলকাতায় কিছু হচ্ছে না, পশ্চিমবাংলায় কিছু হচ্ছে না, কিন্তু শিল্পতে একটা ব্যাপার, দিল্লি, ব্যাঙ্গালোর, চেন্নাই, এই তিনটে বড় শহরের মধ্যেই যা হচ্ছে, আমরা যদি 50 কিলোমিটার ভেতরে ঢুকে যাই তাহলে কিন্তু দেখবো কোনো শিল্পচর্চা হচ্ছে না। কিন্তু একমাত্র পশ্চিমবাংলায়, যেখানে গোটা পশ্চিমবাংলা জুড়ে ঘরে ঘরে কোথাও না কোথাও এখনও জীবনানন্দ পড়া হচ্ছে, রবীন্দ্রনাথের গান গাওয়া হচ্ছে, মা বাবারা নাচ শেখাচ্ছে। এবং আমার সাফায়ারে বেশিরভাগ যারা কাজ করে বা যারা প্রচুর ট্যালেন্ট নিয়ে আসে, তারা কিন্তু একেবারেই বলবো প্রত্যন্ত মানে গ্রাম থেকেও তারা আসে এবং তারা কাজ করছে। এবং অদ্ভুত ব্যাপার, মজার ব্যাপার যে আমি বলি যে আমার কাছে শিখতে হন্ডা সিটি অডিতেও যেমন ছেলেমেয়েরা আসছে, আবার লোকাল ট্রেনেও আসছে, রিক্সাতেও আসছে। আর এখানেই মনে হয় যে শিল্পের জয় বা শিল্পর জয়, যে এই সমস্ত বাঁধন এবং বাউন্ডারিগুলোকে তুচ্ছ করে দিয়ে একটাই পরিচয় দেয়, যেটা কিনা যে আমি শিল্পী। এবং এরকম অনেক শিল্পী উঠে আসুক এবং আরও আরও অনেক কাজ হোক, সেটাই আমি চাইবো। আর এমন অনেক নিডি, ডেস্টিটিউট ছেলেমেয়েরা রয়েছে যাদের প্রচুর ট্যালেন্ট, তাদের জন্য আমরা এখন স্পন্সর্স খুঁজছি, আমরা এনজিওদের সঙ্গে যোগাযোগ করছি এবং ইন্ডিভিজুয়ালিও যদি কেউ সাহায্য করতে পারে, যাতে তারা সারা বছর ধরে শিখতে পারে এবং তারা তাদের দৈনন্দিন জীবনে তাদের শিল্পকে, তাদের ট্যালেন্টকে ধরে রাখতে পারে।
So, Sudarshan, that means that yes, the people who migrate from India to here, who are dancers, who were dancers, they can definitely join back and, like just feel the love again. Because to me, dance is another form of love. It's like a worship. Like we have whenever we think about dance, we think about Nataraj, and like he's the master of dance. So I'm really glad to know that everybody and anybody can dance. Now I have another question which is really bugging me, because I have heard from a lot of people here and there in media that internationally, when you go international, then if you're Indian, then probably you are not treated with the same respect. I know that you have been really international. Okay, I mean, like so many countries, from Australia to Italy to Spain. I don't know, like what not. Okay, so how was your experience in all those countries? How were you being treated amongst all the other choreographers from other part of the world?
For me, one of the finest decision that has ever happened in my life was to take up dance. Dance has been an anchorage for me for my life and for many other lives and for many other people. And as I've said early, that through dance I have made friends with so many other dancers and artists from all over the world. And for them, what has been even truly important and striking that we are from India. And the kind of love I have seen for India in this artist from all over the world is something which made me cry. There was a moment when we were performing at the John Batman Theatre in Melbourne, and we were performing, and people were shouting, India, India, India. So, that particular moment when you are not Sudarshan, you are not Sapphire, you are not white or brown or yellow, you are not a Bong or you're not a Gujarati, you are not a Punjabi. You just become the symbol of your country where all the boundaries doesn't matter anymore and you become India. So that moment of becoming India and being India and the respect that you get as an Indian is something which I have cherished from the first tour that we did in 99 and 2001 of Malaysia, Australia, and then the last one we did in December 2018 in Indonesia, where any Indian music on the stage and with the Indian dancers on the stage, the audience were going crazy and shouting, India, India, we love you. So I think this is a feeling which should be, which I want to give as a message to the viewers of Sitara TV that you know what? Cultural diplomacy is the greatest of all diplomacy because it is art and culture which is not just representative of your country, of your identity. It also connects and bridges differences between countries, between culture, between genres. Like as I said, that we have got very special relationship with so many choreographers coming down from the United States, from Poland, from France, and they're all coming down to teach in India and they want to come back to India. People from Australia, people from Turkey. This love for India is something which I feel so proud of. And this love for India is not just because of dance and because of art. I feel because of the country that is India. I feel we are more than 100 countries together that make India. And I personally feel that one single lifetime is not enough to know everything that India is all about. So, this enigma and mysticism of India is something which, wherever I go, I try to carry and I see that, that similar emotion people have for India.
That is wonderful. Like the favorite punchline that we are having these days, how is the Josh? I feel that right now the Josh of this interview in Sitare TV is the highest. Thank you so much for sharing all of these things. Like you have achieved so much in your life, like so many awards, so many people, so many love, so much of love on your way, and yet I see a very humble person, and I think that is what everybody loves about you. So whenever I to other choreographers or other singers like who are really, like Jeet Ganguly or anybody who are really famous, they always are very humble. They say that, oh, Sudarshan is a very humble guy and we love them, we love him. So that is something really nice. I would ask you probably my last question because time is running out, and that is like you come to Bay Area, like I have seen you in 2016, 2017, and now yeah, 18, 19. Right? So every year you're coming, you're taking, you're teaching people, and you're having workshop, you're doing silent stuff, and probably we are trying to have more people. Tell me something like one good thing about our own Bay Area which you miss when you are not here. We are very proud Bay Areans.
Wow. You know, I tell my students in Kolkata that whenever I'm coming to Bay Area, it becomes my homecoming. I feel I've created another home, another group of family in Bay Area. Besides the fact that I have some of my school friends here who have seen me growing up, who have also has seen my journey as a choreographer. But suddenly from in the past 2.5 years, I have been embraced by so many other people, some of them who have been just strangers, but have now become family. That for me, coming to United States and especially Bay Area have become coming home and eating some of the lovely foods that I don't have in my own home in Calcutta, and seeing the lovely, beautiful, innocent smile of children, and which really inspires me. And they're so connected to their roots, the Bangaliana, the culture of Bengal, India. On the other hand, I have to say that we always in India think life is so easy in America. People are earning dollars and they have such a lovely life full of comfort and luxury. But I will say that life is so tough here, and the kind of commitment I see here among dancers, among artists, among parents who are driving miles after miles to get the daughter or the son to that particular class, teaching them and giving them the best of education and the best available support for their talent and arts, is something which many people in India should learn. I also see so much of community coming together and helping each other. We are in a moment right now where everything is so isolated. We're all living in little islands of isolation, and we're forgetting to reach out. We are forgetting little emotions, little values and nuances that is so important to make life human and not just technology and robotics. So here when I come in Bay Area, I feel that people reach out, people strive to go and achieve something just more than that particular brand of cloth or brand of car, which is very important for me when I see that as an artist and as a human being. And this is a particular emotion that makes me come back again and again and again to Bay Area, and I really want to keep this connection alive.
Thank you so much, Sudarshan. It was really lovely talking to you. And to all the viewers, yes, if you want to know more about Sudarshan, you can definitely check out his profile and Sapphire Dance. He has been doing amazing job. Besides that, he runs free schools in Kolkata as well. And he is one of the pioneers in a lot of movements. He's a humanitarian. And as you can understand, he's a wonderful person. So I'm really excited that I could present him to all of you, share my journey, and, like a lot of other Bay Area dancers' journey with him. Thank you so much, Sudarshan. I think that our Sitare TV viewers will be really happy to get to know you more. Come back here more often and, train us more. Like we can also perform in maybe America's Got Talent and we will win that one day. Thank you so much. And this is Rini signing off Sitare TV. Thank you.
Be sure to watch Sitare every week to catch your favorite star profiles, celebrity interviews, community events, and more.
Sitare TV.
Sitare TV.
Sitare
Right
TV.
here on Sitare TV.
Sitare TV.
Sitare TV.
Sitare TV.